All right, hey guys. A second. Looks like it's just gonna be me tonight. So we got a lot to go over. I was hoping to really go over just some of the stuff that I'm running right now and make some decisions on if I want to keep running that stuff or if I want to change it up. I have several things in mind, so we have a lot to go over today. Let's see. All right. So let's go ahead and start with getting this opened up. And while we wait for that to load, let's go over and look at some charts. Let's see. Sorry. I don't know where my other chart went. Find it. Well, while I'm looking for this, I hope you guys are having a good Easter with some family and hanging out. We went to church this morning, and then we've been home since then and just been hanging out. My daughter's been watching TV, and my wife's been taking a nap. So I've been down here doing analysis and looking over my stuff, looking over different strategies. Well, I guess on this screen, this is Python. So working on a back tester, doing a Python back test on some of my moving average stuff. But I found the chart, and then I don't know what I did with it again. Oh, there it is. All right. So I have some VWAP session VWAPs right here on the top right for NQ. I have my TPO profiles. I have my volume profiles on the left hand side, bottom left, and then I have my my IB on the top left. So, I mean, I guess we could start. I have ES here too. We can start with ES. So I mean, big picture, we've hit like the all-time high back in late, I think January it was. Let me see. Let me get a higher time frame view on this. I'll just use this one. Yeah, let's see. Yep, back in January. So since then we've been in a correction. So we're currently sitting right around 6,600. Sorry, guys. So yeah, the question is, are we gonna continue down on this? I mean, we've built some structure to the downside. So I mean, we're right there to where if we do turn down, but we did make a higher high. So we'll see how this plays out. I know I am not as short biased anymore as I was when we broke into this low volume area on ES. So that I'm going to take into account with some of my automation, because I'm running an ES strategy that's actually very heavy to the long side. I think like 98% of the trades are to the downside. So that's something I'm probably going to be switching out and doing that. So yeah, let's go. Let's see, what do I have for my support levels for ES? All right, so our prior support levels were, let me see what I wrote. Those are outdated. Never mind. I'm gonna have to update this. Well, that's useless for the stream. I pulled up something that I had. I guess I need to update that. But all right. Oops, wrong one. So yeah, I'm really looking at strategies right now that, for one, can trade both ways, trade both long and short pretty well. And the way I analyze that is I pulled a file from the backtest, and then I have AI do an analysis on it. It's just the easiest way, easier than going in and just looking through all the statistics. Just post it in there. So you can go right here on Kairos VWAP, for example, and then press download data from XLSX, and then that goes straight to my downloads down here, and I just click out of that. I drag it over to whatever AI engine I'm using, and I say, do an analysis on the trades that this is taking, long, short, and give me kind of an idea of how the strategy is doing in those different market regimes and conditions. All right, let's go ahead and get back over to ClearEdge, and let's start turning some stuff on, and then we'll go over some of those strategies that I was talking about to see what I'm going to be running this week. I'm going to turn on Lucid. Let's go ahead into my Lucid accounts. See, right now I am running a 1 minute RTY strategy on moving averages, and this is something I posted in the Discord. So if you're in the Discord, you're able to see that. But let's go over and look at it. Let me find it. All right, it's right here. I was looking at the year back test, so that's still good over a year. So but I fit it for about 6 months. So this is about the 6-month period. It's a very solid strategy. I'm really happy with it since I've started running it, and I'm sending the signals to M2K because this top one is a funded account with Lucid, and it has $287 of drawdown after I took my last payout. I went on a losing streak, so that one needs a micro for sure, but not just a micro, like small stop. So I think it's about $40 per loss. Let me look. So if you want to figure out how much your loss and win is, or your average loss, maybe get an idea of what's going on, you can just go into the list of trades. So this is the wrong strategy. I don't know why I was on the wrong thing. All right. So just looking at this, and don't look at force close ones, because that doesn't make any difference. That's not going all the way to target or all the way to stop. So here's a full stop. So $475 with a full Russell contract. Force close, TP. All right, so here's a stop loss, $475. Let's see if there's any different ones. I think that sounds about right. So that's like $47 per loss on a full stop out. So that's, yeah, So $47 on with a one M2K contract. So that's where I'm just kind of trying to recover this account, and then the other one's just a small 25K. I had just bought in a bunch of accounts at other places, at Bullnux and stuff like that, when the Lucid stuff was going off of their sale, I think. So I went and just bought one. Honestly, I should have bought more. And I don't like 25K, so I should have just bought 150Ks. And I don't know. I was feeling it. I've been feeling my budget lately because I did a full analysis. I told a couple of my friends this. I chat with daily about trading and stuff, and I do. So I did I've done like 4 years ago, I did like a full analysis of my finances to like find out exactly what my net worth was and like exactly how my spending habits were, and just go to a granular level. And it took me probably 2 weeks to do it, 2 weeks to get it all done. Maybe even more than that. I don't remember exactly, but I remember it took me several times of sitting down, and I had a notebook and a pen and would write stuff down, and I had an Excel sheet that my wife helped me make because she's much more proficient with Excel. And then I made a budget that we've been using for 4 years off of that, going over all that stuff, and got some helpful information. But over the weekends and 2 weekends ago, I had done it briefly, and then this weekend I just went and busted it all out. Like I gave the AI all the information from my statements for my credit cards. So I have like 10 credit cards that I use. Gave them all my spending habits, gave it all with, obviously don't give AI your account numbers or anything like that. So besides that, I was giving them all the information that was useful to them, like my mortgage, how much equity we have. We don't have any car payments. We have 2 cars. And it was really insightful using AI to do that. And it was actually really helpful. And I busted out some stuff quick, but I also found I'm in a deficit, a monthly deficit for how much money is coming in, for how much we're spending. And one of those reasons is we added a babysitter, so that's kind of a big expense that came up recently. So that put us a little bit more into the hole. But I was wondering why, because I've been transferring money over from another checking account that I normally don't ever transfer money over from. It's kind of like a trading, it's like a hub for where like bonuses go or trading money goes to the family. So whenever I'm pulling stuff out of my trading accounts and putting it into like a family account, that's kind of the checking account it goes to, and it sits. I mean, I probably don't want to say the amounts that I have, but anyways, I've been pulling out money out of it and putting it into our other checking account, which is our bills account. So I knew we were bleeding money, and I didn't know how much, and I was like, where is this coming from? Like, why is this happening? We normally have a surplus every month, so to where we can allocate it towards different things. But yep, so that was cool. But again, I found out I'm spending more than I should be. So I'm gonna have to cut down a little bit. Take my time on maybe some more evals. I think I have. Let's see, how many do I have right now? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 accounts open right now. So that's probably a good number. At my highest, I had like 30. So I think 10 is a good number. So I'll probably stick around that. And a lot of them are not super expensive accounts, monthly payment accounts, or like the Lucid accounts. I don't pay anything on them per month. And then my funded accounts, obviously, you don't pay on that. And we'll get to my other one in a minute. Let me make sure the chat is pulled up. Screen so I can see. I really hope all my mic is working and everything, because I normally have somebody else on the stream with me to tell me if something's not working. All right. All right, so we got Lucid. Let me see. Let me look at my notes to see if I want to change anything on this. Oh, no, I have it marked as keep. So I'm keeping this one on MARTY, 1 minute settings. I have good, I think this is a really good one for especially the smaller account, the eval account, 25K. And I think this one's going to be solid for giving this funded account the best chance of recovering. But who knows if it will or not. We'll see. And just to look at that one more time, that was this one. So this is a RTY 1 minute strategy, and it is on the 1 minute time frame. And it's not like your usual 1 minute that takes like 1,000 trades. The target is about 10 points, and the stop loss is about 10 points. So it's a 1-to-1 strategy. And this is, let me see. Yeah, so it's not, and it's RT or RTH, so it's regular trading hours. So I'm not concerned about errors happening overnight. I can watch it during the day while I'm sitting here. So, yeah, this one's a solid one. Again, if you're subscribed to Kairos, then it is available in the marketplace strategies on the Discord. There's a chart link for it. But it's just, we can go over really quickly just what the last week has been. Yeah, the last week was not the best, but yeah. So I mean, it's a grinder. I'm not too worried about it. When it does take drawdown, it doesn't fall into a pit. It typically kind of levels off. I think I put those settings out a couple weeks ago. I don't remember when exactly put it, or last week sometime. All right, so that's a keeper. We're gonna keep that the same. Let's go over to the futures desk. I have some practice accounts on here too. So I have my 2 static accounts. One runs an old algo that I have, which is was from an old thing that I messed with the settings a lot, and surprisingly, it's just still done good. So I have that sitting on there with that one, and then this one is on Market Ninja, I think. Yep. So Market Ninja version 5 MNQ. Let's see, is that even on? Oh, right here. So let me see what I have in my notes for that account. Well, I have to swap it. So yeah. Yeah, I still, it's my only Market Ninja account, so I think I'm gonna let it sit. That's to sneeze. Sorry. So I'll just carry over that to next week, and I will do some analysis on Friday to see what else I'm gonna do with that, because I haven't been running it for very long. I actually didn't hit that bad loss that everybody took last week on that, so I actually caught everything after that. So I think I did pretty well. Yeah, it looks like I was up $500. I just reset this one right before, actually the day before Top Step announced that they bought the futures desk. So I think I probably got one of their last accounts that they actually sold. So I'm gonna baby this one, let it go. What size am I using on this? Looks like I'm using 2 micros. It's pretty modest size for a 3K drawdown static account. I might bump that up. I mean, you have the daily base hit on the futures desk, so it's like, I don't know. Do you ever really bump it up? I don't know. We'll see. I'll make the decision later, maybe next week. Some practice accounts. We can go over this. So bands 2.0. it's probably not going to be the name of the strategy when we release it, but I used bands as the bones for it. So because bands is one of our most reliable strategies that we've had. So I was using it as a base to create something else, and let's take a look at it. So we have bands, NQ, reversions on the 3-minute RTH. All right, here it is. This is the year back test. So we're looking at 805 trades. It's all regular trading hours. So I have my chart set right here to regular trading hours. So when I optimized, it was optimized for that specifically. So that's the year. It looks like it's been doing good. I mean, it's really never done bad this whole year. It's had a little bit of drawdown in the beginning and was flattish up until September. So September it started going up. I've been running this for I think a week now, and it's done well. It's been consistent, so I'm happy with it. And this is not released yet, so just keep that in mind. Let's see. Something's wrong. 90 day, yes. Go to the 90 day. Okay, here's the 90 day. So yeah, it's a solid strategy. It is. Let's see the risk on this. So it's about $1,000 per winner, $1,100 per loser, and it does have custom short and long, so they're different. You don't have the same long TP as you do your short TP. All right. So that's actually on a practice account right now. And another one on a practice account is Vector MCL. So this is the new one on the marketplace, Vector. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time on these practice accounts. They don't really matter. I'm just more watching stuff on them. Bands, I was trying to, or the 2.0 bands, I'm trying to just watch for errors, make sure stuff is working right, the alerts are firing correctly. So I'm not taking it super seriously. I think I do have it on some evals too, and I would like to put it on more evals for this week because everything went well last week. All right, so this is Vector, and I heard he fixed the code so that way you can go a year back, but right now he has a limit in there, I think, for like 40K bars. So all I can see back is my membership, which is this. So I liked it. I liked what I saw. I put this on the practice account just to kind of watch it and see how things go. So we will see. I've had it on for I think a week. So I really like just this strategy in general. Like I like the the stop tightening where it tightens the stop. I've actually looked at putting that into some of my stuff because it works. I mean, it's way better than trailing stop. I do not like trailing stop. Like this is a cool example. So you got stopped out in profit. I mean, sure, you would have went and hit target afterwards, but honestly, I'd rather protect myself and take a small win, even if it's going to turn around, because I very well could have continued down. So yeah, I really like these trades, especially with oil. The protecting yourself with that stop loss, I really like it. So I will probably be putting this on something at some point. We'll see. Some eval. accounts. All right. Let me just move my VPS. Hang on. Move my VPS right next to that screen so that it's a lot easier. This one's running VWAP. I think it's an older VWAP strategy, so of mine. I actually don't think. I think I deleted the alerts for that, so I don't know if that's going to trade this week. But yeah, let's go to. So that's all turned on. I have my futures desk stuff turned on, and let us go to the next prop firm. Looks like Blue Sky. All right. Blue Sky, I have my static funded, and then I have 5 evals, but 4 of them blue, so I'm waiting on those ones to re-up, and then I'll start trading those again. But right now I just have 1 eval, 1. I took some hits on this last week. I was running, forgot what I was running, but I think I was running a different algo on the eval, and then I was running the ES strategy, the short only one, so it didn't do great. But yeah, so let's see what my notes say for this. All right, where'd my notes go for it? Oh wait, there it is. All right, let's go ahead and hook this up to the NQ strategy. Oh, so I have marked to put it on the new band strategy. I don't know if I want to do that, but let's take a look at it. So Brad just made some settings for bands, the regular bands, and I don't know where I put it. Must be on a different chart. Oh, it's right here. So this is optimized for a year. So nothing flashy, but solid strategy. The reason why I'm considering not actually following my plan to put this on my funded is specifically it's like a 70-point stop and a 70-point take profit. And I want something a little bit more conservative right now because I just don't want to be concerned with my funded account. So I'm actually going to make a decision on that later. So right now I'm going to look at the static eval, and I have to put on it VWAP. So NQ VWAP. You know what? I can't do that. I have to ask Blue Sky. Hang on. No, I can't do that. That's going to be hedging. Yeah. Let me ask. If I want to run, let me ask Blue Sky really quick on their AI. Let's go to. Oops. Oh no, I just opened all the dang tabs. Stupid. All right. All right. So let's go ahead and ask. Do they have an AI agent? Hang on. Yeah, it doesn't even look like the AI is going to respond to me. So it just says an AI agent. Huh. I could have sworn I used to talk with their AI. But alright, we can go about it a different way. Let me. I need this. I'm just going to ask AI. Probably Gemini. It's the best at doing research online that I've found. Claude is good too, but we'll see. Pull this over so you guys can see. Oops. Can I automate an ES strategy on one account while automating a NQ strategy on another? Alright, so you can be long, short different instruments across different accounts. So long ES, one account, and short NQ is just fine. So sweet. Alright, so I will set up, and I'll have to verify that with their staff because AI can be wrong. I've seen it be wrong on multiple occasions. So, or I could go into their rules and just read it myself, but that would take time. So, all right. So I'm going to put VWAP on there. So I have NQ VWAP is what I'm going to put on this one. Let's see what so this is 6 months, 123,000, $5,000 of drawdown, 2.3% profit factor, and looking through the trades, you'll kind of see how this thing trades. We can just go. Let me get this stupid box off of there. All right. Oh, we opened up and we gapped down a bit. And we could just watch a few of these and see what they do. So you can see the stop tightened on there. You have a little arrow. Added that to this. Yep, stop tightened right there again. Now the projections are off on this. You can actually see. So I actually put a panel up that you saw in the beginning that warned people trust the TradingView backtest because the projections. I just with the tightening of the stop, I haven't been able to figure out how to get it to work to match up right. So, but the strategy is working. So it's the projection is getting different inputs from what the early like changing the stop is. So it sometimes changes when the strategy doesn't change the stop. But yeah, that's just kind of a sneak peek at this. So I will set up an alert. Let's see. Oops. Oh, I forgot to add an alert function into this. Well, never mind. I will not be setting up alerts right now. Oh wait, I have it on this. I wonder why. Okay. Well, these are basically the same. So maybe I'll just do that. The visuals, this was an older version where I fixed some of the visuals. And you can see where that trade actually shows the right visuals on it on this new version. But I'm not as worried about the visuals, so maybe I'll just use this one for my alert. Oops. Clicking stuff to do stuff too fast. I gotta wait for that to create. And time's flying. It's already 5:08. There it is. I'm gonna open that back up, and let's go ahead, delete all that, and go over here. Go to my signals. Go ahead and set up a new alert. Let's go Kairos. VWAP. I think this one's actually 4.0. NQ. What's time frame? 5 minute. NQ 5 minute. 5 minutes. Strategy. Click next. Go ahead and copy my message over. Paste that in there. Copy this name. And name the alert that. Apply. Just make sure my webhook's good. Apply and go ahead and create. All right, that's all set up. So I said I was going to put that on Blue Sky, right? I think. Yeah, I did. Yep. Go ahead and change this to MNQ. And I will trade. Let me see what my notes say. Says to do one in NQ, but MNQ. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to put it at 2. So we'll trade 2 right there. And let's go ahead and turn this on. So now that is running. And let's go to Bolinux or Blue Guardian. No, I'm not running Blue Guardian anymore. Let me turn on Bolinux. While I'm here, since the market's open, I'm going to make sure that all my stuff is on. That way if a trade triggers, I'm used to doing this stuff a lot earlier in the day, but because we have the stream, I want to make sure I set up stuff while you guys are watching. And these are both rhythmic connections. Sign in, and I think it's all in. Alright, so here's my accounts. So let's go back to it. I had these all running on MA Simplified ES strategy, and I am going to change that because I want something that's more diverse for going both ways. And this one is just way too short biased for, so I think I'm done with that unless I see us get some continuation to the downside. Actually, I'll leave some accounts on it. Let's see, I'll leave these like 25K accounts. So I'm just going to go ahead and turn those on. They're only trading 1 micro, and they're really close to blowing those 25Ks. Honestly, I shouldn't have bought them. It's like $20 for the 50Ks, and then it's like $15 for the 25Ks. And I was buying a bunch of 50Ks, and I was just like, oh, throw a couple 25Ks in there, and just to see. I've never really traded 25Ks, so just recently I bought a few. A little bit more from my budget constraints than anything else. So, all right. So I got those two set up. So now let's figure out what we're doing with the rest. Let's see what we got for these. All right. So I have in my notes to YOLO the 50Ks that are close to blowing or to drop my size. So we'll see. I had them at 6 micros for MES. But let's see. All right. I think I'll put them all on ES VWAP. That's what it looks like my notes are saying. So let's go ahead and take a look at the risk profile for the ES VWAP. Why is that not showing anything? Is that the wrong one? I think that's the wrong one. Here it is. ES VWAP. Let's go to reset to chart. And okay. So wins and losses. With a micro, it's looking like it's about $120 per loss. And up to, so 2K. And this is a dynamic, like it can go to VWAP, so the TPs can vary. Yeah, it looks like 2K, so $200 for a win. Yeah, I think I'll throw. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of seeing as the highest win. So we'll go ahead, and the worst loss looks like $120 for a micro. So I will go ahead and make an alert for this. Actually, I think I already made one. Shoot. Let me see. I think I'm going to remake it no matter what. So I do have a VWAP and Q, and then I thought I had another one. Okay, I have a Kairos VWAP generic. I think that was the one. So I'm going to just change the name really quick. ES time frame 5 minutes. 5-minute. Save. Copy a new thing in. Add an alert. Order fills. And I'm going to paste that there. And that there. And let me make sure I don't have another one with similar names. I do. So let me delete that. Yep. All right. Check that. That's good. Go and create alert. Go back over to here. And Bolinux. All right. Let's see. Where is it? VWAP. 5-minute ES. Let's do a 2-lot. Yeah. Let's do this one. 2-lot. Let's do this one with 2-lot. All right. So now I have 4 new accounts on here. Let me set those up. And oh, I think I want to set these new ones up with the bands one, the 1-minute one that I showed you guys at the beginning of the thing. So this is 09, so we'll do that. And that is MNQ. And let's just start with 1. We'll watch this today, or tonight, and tomorrow. Or I mean tomorrow, because it's a regular trading hour strategy. Actually, because it is regular trading hours, I might actually do it too. Go ahead and do 2. I'll do 2 of them on 2, 2 of them on 1. So I'll do. Turn that one on. The last one. And leave that one on 1. All right. Turn that on. Oops. Did I miss? Oh, not selected an account. All right. All right. So I have that all set up, and then Amphibious, I have on the RTY 1 minute. I'm just gonna leave that, I think. yeah, fits the drawdown, makes sense. So just have one of those accounts as I'm trying out this prop firm. It's a static account. So we will see. All they have is a 25K static account, so you can't even buy something more if you wanted to. Well, honestly, that was a lot of time taken up. Let me see what else I have on the list to go over. I mean, account allocation, that kind of stuff, drawdown numbers. A lot of that we kind of went over as we were setting stuff up. So, talking about budgets, I mean, prop account discipline. This is something that I take a lot of time to do and to have good risk profile. Right now, I'm throwing stuff on just on the whim a little bit, but I do have notes and charts to go to and reference if like I'm having a hard time making decisions, or if I just want to simplify my decisions. I've been doing it like long enough with this stuff that I kind of know where I'm at right now, so I'm sizing according to that. And uh, but yeah, it's the budget is the biggest thing. So like for example, I'm in a deficit on my monthly budget with the income that comes in from our household. So I am adjusting some things to where my normal budget for evals is about $1,000 a month. That's counting if I have to pay activation fees. So I have to choose the correct accounts that I'm gonna play. Like elusive accounts is great because one-time fee, so I don't have to have the extra math of being like, am I under my budget, over my budget, with that. So those are a little bit easier. But yeah, having a set budget gives you the ability to size the way that you want to size. So if I have $1,000 budget for my evals, I can calculate what my overall drawdown is if I was to buy X amount of accounts. And I can say, okay, I can size up in these evals because my drawdown is bigger, because my budget's bigger. So I'm not looking at each individual account. I'll be looking at if Bullnux, like say you're looking at Bullnux, it's $2,500 of drawdown for a 50K account. So you get 500 extra. So I'm 5,000, 10,000. So I could size for like realistically a $10,000 account, like as if I was playing it conservatively, a $10,000 account, and I could just put that size as if it was one account on each, um, or I mean split up between them. So that budget is really important. Then it gets you out of the mindset of like looking at individual accounts and start thinking more like portfolio. Like, okay, I have this group of accounts. How am I going to size things for this to make sense, for the math to make sense? And I recommend if you haven't gone through the math yourself, just literally use AI. It's so simple. The fact that we have these tools here for us today, and like people don't use them, is just insane. Like you can type in some numbers and just be like, hey, this is my budget. This is what the drawdown in the accounts I'm buying. What kind of size should I do if I want to pass these quickly? And then say within a 2-week time frame, I'm okay with blowing accounts up to my budget amount and play it like that, to where you can have AI give you an answer for that if you don't already have something set up to where you can easily make decisions. Because I really believe that you strip down as many menial decisions as you can, like things that don't matter as much. Like those decisions should just be um, just super easy to make. And however you can make them super easy, whether or not it's a spreadsheet like Kevin has, or AI, whatever it is, make those decisions really easy. So then the bigger decisions are going to be um, such as what strategy are you going to run? Like what you're looking at the data of a back test, and how are you're looking at 2 NQ strategies, say, and you're on this one prop account. You know you can't trade them both because you're on one prop firm. So you have to make a decision on which one am I going to run. That's a bigger decision to me than the sizing. I just don't even want to think about sizing, especially in evals. They just don't matter enough to me to really care. I probably should care more with how my budget's looking right now, but that is what it is. Um, it's funded accounts. Then you can have your own strategy for a funded account. I I like both approaches. where you take a fast approach in eval and then you take a slow approach in funded. I like also staying consistent to where you just pick a small size and just trade it all the same. It can be a little bit easier on your just mental capital as far as that goes, or having a decent size that you're trading with, and knowing that you're going to pass evals quick, and knowing that you're going to get a payout quicker, and knowing that you might blow funded accounts a lot more often. That's what I did when I started. I blew a lot of funded accounts and made a lot of money, to where it's like you kind of have a trade-off to where these different approaches can work. But the biggest thing is having a plan and having a budget, having these things written down, so that way you can make these decisions easier as you trade. Yeah, let's we got about a few more minutes here. Yeah, so go scheduled reviews. If you have to just review stuff while like we're doing the stream every Sunday, like that's a great time. Or Friday, just make it to the Friday and Sunday stream and just review with us. Just have a overview of what your accounts are while we have our stuff up. Kind of look through things, see how things are doing, and then make some notes on Friday. So like I'll write notes on Friday for what kind of happened for the week, and then on Sunday when I'm making decisions on what I'm going to put on what account, I already have my notes already written out, so it makes it a lot easier. I don't always follow them, but it's nice to have them, my thoughts from Friday, on Sunday, so I can make some decisions based on the notes. Yeah, and no emotional midweek changes. That is just a big no-no in my world. The only time I see midweek changes as valid is when like just something drastic happens, such as like Trump news or something like that, and you need to go change your size and change some things around, or maybe go to an ES strategy and trade a one ES instead of the NQ that you've been trading. Like you need to decrease your size even more. Then the ES strategy is going to be much more better suited for that. If you have, because the stops it's not going to be as much. You can go down to like a $50 loss without a crazy small stop loss. Like if you went down to a $50 loss on M&Q, your stop loss would be 25 points, and that's ridiculous. Like there's no reason you don't want to be doing that in automation. That would be a hard stop loss to really have consistent results with. Yep. And then just making sure your sizing is appropriate and fits your mindset. So just don't follow what other people are doing. Like just make it your own. Get advice and see what other people are doing, and then just make that your own. So, but yeah, we're about at 5:30, so we're gonna wrap up. Thanks, guys. If you're tuning in, I haven't even looked at if people are watching, so I have no idea if people are watching right now. But yeah, we'll talk in the Discord. Make sure that you set up a meeting if you need help for this week. If you're having any issues, or just need to go over some stuff, want a second eyes on the decisions that you made, make sure to reach out to us at ClearEdge, and we'd be happy to help. All right, guys.